Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey guys, Michael Hicks here with Mike Does. We're out here on the beautiful Tennessee River, just outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're about 10 minutes from downtown on the Tennessee River Gorge. We're on site of our newest addition to our vacation rental portfolio. We're gonna go into this week's video where I show you what we did to kind of clear the lot, put our footers in, lay the block, those sorts of things, getting ready for the container home to be set on the property. Let's take a look at that. Had room for one more container on this property for a max of 3. That's all the septic system would allow for. We had a soil analysis done in the beginning, and that approved us for 3 bedroom home or 3 1-bedroom tiny homes on this property. So we put the 2 in initially to kind of get started and get a feel for it and see, is this going to fly or not? Is it going to produce an income? Is it going to stay booked? And it has, so we've decided to add the 3rd unit, and that's what we're in the process of now. When we cleared the property for the first 2 units, we had an excavator come in, a bulldozer come in, dumpsters. We graded the lot off, piled all the brush at the road, hauled it off to a brush pit, and got rid of it that way. It was really, kind of expensive, and the majority of the brush on the property was just really small scrub brush. So we reached out to Joe Palmer with McKinley Excavating and had them come out and run their forestry mulcher over the property and cleaned it up within about 3 hours. So now, we just have the wood chips with a little bit of brush. We just pushed that up and burnt what was left. So much more efficient way to clear the property, and I think it turned out great. So once we got the property cleared, we could get down on the lot and lay it out and position the container where we wanted it on the lot. We had a certain distance off of the other containers that we wanted to keep in order to give a little bit of privacy, and then we also had a certain distance back we wanted to set it to where it kind of followed the same flow as the other containers. So we pulled strings from the container to the right across the property in order to keep the containers parallel to one another and looking uniform. I think that really gives a good look to the property and keeps things flowing, and I guess the architectural element of it really, to me, brought it home by keeping those in line like that. So although they're not side by side or right next to each other, we still have clean lines and kind of goes along with the shipping container feel. It's already a box, but we're able to pull those lines and take them across the property without, most people wouldn't even notice that. So it's just something little that we added and tried to keep everything uniform. So like this barge in the background, we're getting it little by little. It's a slow push. We just keep pushing until we get where we want to get. And that's 30 of these short-term rentals in these unique locations and unique spaces over the next 5 years. That is our ultimate goal. And we're doing that through private funding, private lenders, and seller financing. So once we got the footers laid out, after we pulled our strings, got the footers laid out where we wanted them, we have an 8-foot by 29-foot foundation. in order to kind of be as efficient as we can, I called Mark Blevins with Blevins Septic in Chickamauga and had them come up and dig our footers and set our septic tank at the same time. It's a small lot, it's hard to get equipment in and out, so we're trying to get everybody in there at the same time and get as many jobs as we can completed at the same time. So they came up, dug our footers, and dug our septic and got it set at the same time. Once we were done with that, we brought in the concrete, had it pumped in, same day, had it pumped in, our footers leveled out. I've seen some comments about, laying a block foundation for a shipping container. That's just my preference because I'm a residential builder and block is what I'm used to dealing with. With a container, all the weight's on the four corners. So the rest of the foundation is just kind of there. It's not really doing anything. So we went through and filled our corners with concrete in order to give that strength in the corners where we needed it. And then having the block underneath allows us to put our heat and air unit under there. It allows us to put our water heater under there. And, it gives us space that you normally have to waste in a traditional tiny home with no foundation. So if you noticed in the beginning of the video, you saw the dump truck laying over on its side. It's part of the day of the life of a contractor. I mean, you're always dealing with problems. Granted, the problems aren't always as big as a dump truck turning over, but the problems do come up, and you just got to figure out how to solve those problems and move on. Don't dwell on it. Don't live there. We're not living there. We're living in the now. All right. So let us know what you think. Tell us about some of your rehab problems. What issues have you had come up on your job sites, or they're just crazier than most? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Let us know you want to see more of this. Tell us what you want to see in a video. Leave that down below as well. Y'all have a good week.